guys, TC here, another review for you, and I finally got around to reviewing the M46 Patton KR. Bit late for last weekend, but you know, nevertheless, Patton KR is basically there's two ways of looking at this. It's either a stock turreted M46 Patton or a fully upgraded M26 Persian. Either way, it's an awesome piece of kit. I actually really enjoy this tank. It's a lot of fun to play. It's one of my 3 tier 8 American heavies. To 3 tier 8 premium American mediums. I've got the Super P, as you can see, I've got the 95 E2, and I've got the M46 Patton KR. And out of all of them, this is kind of my favourite. This really works very nicely with my play style. And you know, allows you to do a lot of damage and a lot of good work. So the Patton KR, as you can see, there's no camo on this tank. It already comes pre-painted from Wargaming in a rather fetching tiger paint. It was actually in the Korean War, this vehicle, so it's technically pushing the limits a bit Wargaming, but we'll let it off because it's such a nice tank to play. Crew, as you can see, is from my M4 Sherman. So, you know, getting on to the end of the 4th skill, which is BIA. The benefit of having so many premium Russian American mediums is that crew gets double crew XP for like 9 games or so he gets a ridiculous crew boost every day, coupled with your personal reserves and, you know, stuff from my clan stronghold and things like that. Really can boost the crew up. Gets a really nice 90mm gun. 0.38 accuracy is a little bit disappointing, but the penetration of 192 as standard is nice. 243 with the premium. It doesn't have the disproportionate difference that you get with the Super P, which goes from rubbish penetration at 170 to godlike penetration of nearly 260 with its APCR. But it means it's worthwhile making sure you have a reasonably healthy stock of APCR, especially as, unlike the Super P, this will meet tier 10s. So, you know, your 243 pen suddenly doesn't look that good when you're shooting the side, or, you know, the slightly angled side of a mouse and bouncing with it. 192, you know, you have to pick your weak spots on some tanks, otherwise you can just sit at range and just butter through them. 0.25 accurate aiming time is a little bit slow, so in my common thinking with my mediums, I don't actually run a rammer with this, so my reload time is quite long at 7.6 seconds. However, the way I've got the tank set up with the vents, the V-stab and the optics means I do have a stonking 463 meters view range, so I don't necessarily have to worry as much about being spotted at range by people. I'm the one doing the spotting, so really nice view range. The gun handling is a lot better than you expect, and shooting on the move with this thing is phenomenal. I do have snapshot and I do have smooth ride as well, so you know, it really does hit its targets fantastically well. I've gone through the equipment. Ammunition, I run 50 AP, 16 APCR, 4 HE rounds, large repair kit, large med kit, and automatic fire extinguisher as you expect. When it comes up for sale, it's normally about 24-26 quid, or they do these ultimate bundles as is. I have to say, guys, I haven't said it before, but we have to say a big well done to Wargaming for listening to us. As a community, we have risen up, almost told Wargaming basically, stop giving us bundles. We want to just buy the tank and we'll sell more. And they have learned that, because you'll see that more people want to just buy the tank, because the player base in Wargame, in World of Tanks now, is adapting slightly. So you'll have players who have played, like myself, you know, 42k plus games now, and they already have really good established crews. They just want the tank to train the crews even more. And you've also got the other side. You've got new players who are joining the game. This is a bone of contention with myself, and I do not agree with it. I will stipulate that straight away. But you have other players who are just joining the game who want a tier 8 premium. You know, my own views on that, for the record, for yourselves, are that no player should be allowed to purchase a premium tank over and above the current tier skill level. Doesn't matter whether you're a reroll, it doesn't matter whether you're a brand new player to the game, you shouldn't be allowed to purchase a tank that is higher than you are currently able to play with your non-premium vehicles in the garage. It might seem quite harsh, that, and it might seem like it's a business killer. I don't think it is. Because as a new player, if you decide, well, I've just started this new free-to-play game, but you know, I want to spend a bit of money on it, I'm going to buy myself a tier 8 premium. You end up with players like the infamous Schrader. And you know, okay, he did that on purpose. However, there are players who will buy a tier 8 premium who do not have the foggiest idea at tier 8, 9 and 10 gameplay levels. And they just think, look, I've got a tier 8 in my garage. You know, and to get into clans and things like that. That's not the way you do it, guys. That really isn't helping anybody at all. That's not the way to do it. Grind up your tiers, buy the tanks for the tier you're in. You'll have a much more enjoyable experience, and it will make for a longevity in terms of the player base of the game. That's my whine out of the way. Survivability, you know, it's got the typical American armor, nothing at the rear, very little at the sides, and something at the front. It does have a big slug of hit points though at 1450, so its survivability isn't too bad. Mobility, yeah, it gets up and goes. It's not the quickest, but it does get up and go, and it works quite nicely. Concealment, obviously you can't put camo or anything on this, so concealment is what it is. But yeah, the replay you're going to see is actually my ace tanker game in this. I think it's my third or fourth ace tanker game that I've done in this, but it's the first one I've actually done a YouTube video of. Platooned up with a long-standing clan member, a long-standing friend. He also watches the live stream on the YouTube channels a lot, which is my FC in the clan, which is Blackie. A little bit of bone of contention of this when we played this last night, because Blackie does actually do a lot more damage than me. He does actually do at least 2 or 3 shots more damage than me, but only gets his first class, I'm afraid. So it does show the prevalence of actually getting some kills and getting some assistance damage as well, which helps get you mastery badges. It's a fine balance of doing damage, but also being in the right place at the right time. And I think I just felt lucky with this. I definitely feel I just felt lucky with this. So let's go on to the replay and let's see this thing in action. Okay guys, as you can see, we're on the Mines map. It's a tier 9 game. Reasonable matchmaking with some tier 9s, some tier 8s, some tier 7s. Quite a nice matchup. I'm platooned with Blackie, as you can see in his pattern, in his Ripper pattern as well. We'll speed up the replay. Initially we're on comms and having a laugh, and I say, right, I'm going C8. Now Blackie did want to go to the hill. Now for me, going to the hill from this side is a non-event. As you can see, our 2 scouts do actually make it to the hill, but they don't last long at all. It's a dead duck going from the hill from the south side from mines. You just can't do it. There's one scout, and there goes the other one. So I've progressed round to this C8 location here. Here's where I can make best use of my Patton KR. I've not been spotted yet. I've got spots there on the Type 4 Heavy, but I can't shoot him, but I do get spotted in return by this Carnarvon who's just casually cruising along. Put one shot into him, I back over the ridge. Now he comes up over the ridge. The Carnarvon does have good gun depression, so what we do is we try and shoot his track first, but he is able to get his gun down low enough to shoot us, as you can see. So I'm just rocking backwards and forwards. Track one, track the other. He's able to shoot down on us, so I'm having to start putting some shots up into him. It's at this point that Blackie in the T-34 start putting shots into the side of this guy. His tracks are back up. He's now switched to HE, which is lucky for us. You can see the gun depression of the Carnarvon. He's able to easily shoot down through my turret, so I have to keep moving and shooting the lower plate of the turret. There we go. 3 shots into him, 712 damage done. Luckily that gives us a bit of protection now, so I pop up here. First shot bounces on the upper plate. The low looks at us and he's firing HE. This is the kind of player that I mentioned before. He's bought his tier 8 premium and he's now thinking, well, this does the most damage in the game. And I'm quite happy to sit here and take HE damage from this guy. I'm safe from any other tanks in the game, so I'm just going to sit here and put shell after shell through his lower plate, doing God knows what damage to him and taking minimal damage in return. That's it. Game over for you, mate. I then pop up here to see if I can spot anything, and we spot the IS. So again, bit of auto aim, and we start just buttering through this IS from range. As you can see, we're behind concealment as well, so he has to blind fire us. I think I may be spotted, I may not be, but from range here, the way my tank is set up, it's got all the time in the world to aim. It's nice, it's stationary, and I'm just buttering shot after shot after shot into him. I go for another shot, but I think this one bounces. No, we pen this one. And now he's back around the corner, so he can't hit us. So I switch then to the 4202. Pop out. That one misses. Pop forward again. Ah, there we go, straight through. Both of these guys are a one hit. Go back to the IS. We bounce. So I take control of the gun shooting, gun aiming myself because of his angle. Re-aim. Bounce because of the armor. As you can see, the thickness indicator there telling me his armor is either thick or weak. The FV has switched to his premium shells. Again, another player who looks like he's just bought himself his tier 8 premium. You know, there's points on that tank, as you can see, where it's very thick and it bounces with ease, so I just need to pick the point. There we go, and our Black Prince gets the kill. AMX30 is pushing on Blackie and he's calling for help, so immediately I've got the hit points, I'm going to go in and get this guy. Going in, I'm going in. We aim, and our RT shuts him down. Next is the Type 4 Heavy. We've got his flank, so we have his weakest armor, we pop, and we put the shell straight through the side, and all that's left is the artillery. The Lorraine is asking for the artillery here. He's going, give me the artillery, give me the artillery, give me the artillery. You should never ask for a kill, you should earn it. As you can see there, we've done our efficiency is 2.1k and our WN8 is 5.1k for this. We've done 2,953 damage. We've got 4 kills. None of those I feel. The only one I feel a bit cheated by is the Type 4 Heavy. We didn't do a lot of damage to him, but we did the entirety of the IS and we did a good damage across everybody else. Really short game as well. Let's go to the replay. Let's go to the post-game review, sorry, and we'll have a look at the stats. As you can see there, guys, that was our ace tanker. We got the Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, and Fire for Effect. 109,848 credits, 4,492 XP earned. That's the reason you play a tier 8 medium, for the credits. But as this poor chap here, Dr. Snuggles, found, and Wonder Kid in his Lerva, if you're not used to this level of gameplay, it can be a little bit overwhelming and you'll make poor choices. I have a feeling this chap may be a bit of a reroll, the way he reached for his premium ammunition. Not many people would do that who were new to the game, so again, poor choice in my opinion. Team score, as you can see, top of the team for XP there with 1,361. However, we're only third on the team for damage caused. The Lorraine and Blackie did more damage than we did there. But again, it's not all about the damage, I have to say. As you can see from the detail report, we fired 23 shots, 22 hit, so we only missed 1 shell, but only 13 penetrated. So we did get, we did get 9 bounces there that didn't penetrate. So that's where people would normally say, well, I'm going to reach for my wallet, fire the premium shells and sod the cost. I chose not to do that. 1,456 tracking damage though, because we tracked some vehicles that were also killed and but also through our spotting as well. Hits received 7 penetrations, but they were low caliber HE with a couple of gold rounds there, so I'll swallow that. 6,400 credits was the repair cost for the vehicle, and the resupply of ammunition was 14,155, giving us a total profit just short of 90,000 credits. We had a couple of bonuses running there for the premium tank campaign in the platoon with the same tier, so we earned we earned a decent chunk from that game, and it's really good to see. So if it does come on sale again for the Patton KR, and you're going down the American medium line, it's a really good tank to have, and it will stand you in good stead. But just remember, if you buy it and you're not at tier 8, please just leave it as a garage queen until you reach that point, so you're playing at a similar level to what you are now at. I know it might seem counterintuitive to a lot of people. You know, I want a tier 8. I want to be in these. I want to see these big tanks. It's great to see the big tanks. It's great to see them displayed on live streams. It's great to see them on YouTube videos. But don't rush the grind. Take your time. Learn. You know, you never stop learning. I'm still learning, and I've got 42,000 games. So, you know, you guys are following me on the journey of learning as well. So that's today's replay. If you get the opportunity, like I said, buy it. Hopefully, if you're new and this is the first time you're watching it, you know, click the subscribe button. We'd love to have you around. We're nearly at 100 subscribers, which is pretty epic considering I've not been doing this that long. We've also got a Twitch channel as well, which I live stream on most nights. Sometimes we do epically long live streams and we just play until we basically drop dead. But yeah, you know, it's a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll see you there. Anyway guys, I'll catch you soon. Bye.